that's needed. Good morning. We are live on Friday. Live on Friday. Hey, Joe. Good morning. DGIF, my lovers. Not sure we're going to get done with this morning, but it's going to be pretty damn close. Hey, Jonah. Good morning to you. Screw it. Going to go wide. I see what I did the last time. Anyway, happy Friday. I am wearing my new shirt, having seen Cyndi Lauper last night. She was quite good. Uncle says Gundam on sale for half off. Really? Interesting. I haven't seen any Gundam at a Michael's. It's like I haven't seen any Gundam at a Target in forever. MG new for $60. Wow, the Verka. Wow. Yo, fellers. Yo, Ken. Well, that's a screaming deal. Yo, Joe, Ken. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about picking it up. I'd say, if a new is in your life, I would say go for it. I've got a couple of the RGs. Was it the high new? No, I've got the new Gundam heavy weapons and the standard one, and I think I'm all set. Yeah, generally, master grades ain't the direction I want to be in. Hey, George. Hey, Ken. Hey, Nick. One, two. Oops, right there. I'm assuming everybody can hear me. Yes, no, yes, no. Let's see. Numbers ain't there, so I just want to make sure I'm actually can hear. Okay, well, that's good. Hopefully can see too. Joe? Yeah, just looking at the number of people who are on, it's like, I think I had 4 or 5, and I'm seeing just like 0 to 1. I'm like, How was the concert? Pretty fabulous. I haven't been to Great Woods. So Cyndi Lauper played last night at the Xfinity Center in Mansfield, Mass. That's I grew up calling it Great Woods before it became a corporate sponsored entity. The show was pretty damned awesome. There, she had 2 opening acts, and of course, I'm going to space out on them. So thankfully, I took photos. Terrible with names when people I'm not 100% familiar with. First one was she was a DJ. Oh, come on. Tracy Young. I was going to say spinning wheels, but she wasn't actually, no turntables on there, but she was doing some pretty good mixing. That was fun. Good way to get the show started. And then I guess Cindy's opening act is a guy by the name of Jake Wesley Rogers, who is if memory serves, he is a trans kid from Mississippi. Musically, really interesting stuff. I enjoyed it. Not anything out there, but just really, really fun stuff. And his story and the reason and his lyrics were really, really good. And then Cyndi Lauper came out. Now, last night was hot as fuck. This woman is in her, I don't know, early 70s, and she's got, the wigs on, the heavy clothing on, costumes on. And at one point, I think she just started shedding a lot of that stuff because it was getting to be a bit much. Overall, her musicality was not as strong as I'd hoped. I think there was something going on with her in-ear monitors, because she was frequently going to her belt pack. But she did a lot of storytelling, kind of like where she was. This is her farewell tour. It's the last time she's doing a national and international tour. So her storytelling was fabulous, just telling a lot of stories along the way. So she ended it, as one would expect, with Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And her rendition of it was fabulous. Not just because it's the song, because it's just such a world-renowned song, but how she did it, what she did in terms of having an artist that she just kind of on the back and everything on the display screens, and her sort of retwisting the song was great. Let's see. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a Negro? Neither. Heard a new song here in this chorus. There is need for united care because there is no us in public trust. A new song here by who? By who? Anyway, the concert was great. So really, really very much enjoyed it. That sounds like a great show. It was a terrific show. One of the things I've not appreciated by a lot of larger shows, I don't tend to go to a lot of larger ones. I will send it to you. Thank you, Joe. I'm gonna say oof. Hey Ray. One of the things that I've noticed, I haven't been to a lot of big shows. The last one was we saw Taylor Swift back about a decade ago, and we were so far back, and it's just so staged. And not to say that this one wasn't staged, but for the most part, it was light show, a couple of display screens in the back, and she would do some costume changes. But it was she and her band on the stage. No like crazy antics with, I don't know. When I go to see a concert, I want to see the musicians be musicians. I'm not interested in seeing like the big fluff of, all the big spectacular shit. I want to see musicians on stage. My thing. So her show was just that. It was her and her band, and it was terrific. So anyway, loved it. She is such a in so many different ways. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm her biggest fan by any stretch of the imagination, but she's so iconic, and she did great. Over the top performances, Flaming Lips are coming back around. I heard. I also almost bought tickets last night. I guess they're going pretty cheap. They had sales on some tickets last night. B-52s and Devo are coming to Great Woods. It's like, oh, that was close. Anyway, fun times. Fun times. Anyway, happy Friday again, everybody. Happy Friday. I believe they're out in your neck of the woods, last I saw. I think that's what Ray was saying before. I could be wrong, but let's find out. Playing Modest Mouse. We splurged for VIP tickets. Nice. Peter was saying if Peter's still on, he's going to go catch a. We were talking last week. Going to New Haven to see them. New Haven, yeah. Okay, maybe not Springfield. Maybe more New Haven. Peter, who are you going to be seeing soon? There we go. One of the really cool things last night about the show, Michael C. Nelson conduct Tosca Saturday. It should be wild. Ooh! Is this over at Tanglewood? One of the things I really enjoyed about the show, it was my daughter and I were talking about this as we're driving in. So I thought it was about a decade ago. She said, I was 5. She was 5. Springfield Symphony Hall. She said Cyndi Lauper was one of her favorites when she was a kid, because of course her music was the music that I would play for them, and I played a lot of 80s stuff for my kids. So she wanted to see Cyndi Lauper the last time she did a tour through the area. I think it was last time. So my daughter is now 23. So if she were 5, that would have been 18 years ago, right? If I'm doing the math right. That can't be. Did I do the math right? That can't be. And I remember she watched all the opening acts. We got through about maybe half of Cindy's set. She'd fallen asleep on my shoulder. And she missed Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So the tickets that we got for tonight, for last night, were for, she got them for Father's Day. She goes, you really want to go, don't you? I'm like, yeah, of course. Because I wanted to do it maybe less so for Cyndi Lauper and more because it was going to be a father-daughter show for a band that we both really like. So it was a fun time. That's the one thing I appreciate. Then on the drive home, we're talking a bit about that, about how we both like the show, and it brought up memories for both of us, shall we say. Tanglewood. Anyway. All right. So this morning, I'm just trying to stay awake long enough to get a bunch of stuff done. George UHF is on TV right now. Wonderful. I hope you have a chance to watch it. Tonight, taking off for Maine. Yesterday, I was I went out to mow the lawn, like right now. If you like, I can't control what you do, Ray. last night, or yesterday after, all I wanted to do was mow the lawn, and I ended up spending like 2.5 hours. Because it doesn't usually take very long to mow, but spent 2.5 hours doing yard work. And I got to tell you, I went out early enough thinking, I'm going to try to go out there and beat the heavy heat. Oh, it was hot from moment go. I'm not gonna lie when I say I got cooked yesterday. Ran a couple errands after that, and then took a long nap before we took off for the show. I'm part of the yard. I broke a sweat walking to get the ride. Yeah, exactly, dude. It was brutal yesterday. The only way you will get him ready to see it, Clockwork Orange, him at a drive-in. Yeah. Or it'll have to be, to your point, it'll have to be a double header with something like that. Yeah, I'm genuinely not terribly interested. As I'm going through to see what movies I really want to see, if I'm going to spend the time to watch a movie, I want to make sure it's a movie I really want to watch. Given the limited amount of time I watch movies now, because it's just like it's just I can't do it in the evenings because I just can't stay awake long enough to watch a movie. Okay, critically, that is. Can't afford Georgia to tap taste. That's true. You can't. No test for you. You can lead a hippie to water, but you can't make him bathe. Exactly. Well put. I know. I know. Let's see. Would I rather watch UHF or an Ingmar Bergman film? Yeah, the latter any day of the week. All right. C2. I'm such a snob. I can do both. Imagine that. I can do both. Nah, can't. I can, but given the limitation of time, right? It's all about time. Given the limitation of time, no. In fact, what's interesting is this year I've actually started a couple of TV shows, and a couple of episodes in, it's like, yeah, I don't have time to watch the rest of this. It's just like, this is not important enough to me. Move on to something else. Your trip for Trump documentary. Oh, God. No Trump documentaries. I actually could not watch that. We're living it right now, Joe. I'll wait a decade after he's long gone before before that. I did watch the 1965 classic, The Great Race, or Some Like It Cool, as I call it. Yeah. See, that I would rather watch. Great photography, pushing the bounds of some stuff. I love that kind of stuff. That's my kind of speed. Yeah. Great races, and it's got some really cool actors in it. Anyway, so it is Friday. Anybody got anything special planned? Columbo as a character that would eventually become Muttley. Yep. That is true. close to wrapping up this side of the monocoque. That'll be fun getting back out later. I'm home today. Oh, no, not going into the office today, Peter? Nice. At lunch, I'm trying to dip out to the model cave to look at the deals they have there. Sweet. And I guess, Joe, you might want to reiterate for anybody who has a Michaels nearby that has Gundam and you're interested. I guess they have a lot of them on sale. I'm home today. There we go. There's still in case anyone needed one. I love that way you put that, Joe. In case anyone needed one. You need one? You need one. God, I need America. Yeah. Speaking of Veracaz, has anybody ever heard back from? I know he switched it off completely. Anybody heard from Chris at all? Hobby Bunker has a sale. I might go over and try to choose some paint for a couple things. Yeah. Hey, Peter, when you're there, can you do me a favor? Let me know if they have any AK real color paints, the lacquer paints. Likely, that's the old bottle. I think they're now doing taller bottles. But if you see any of their real color paints, if you could let me know, I would appreciate it. Because if they do, I'm going to start making trips over there more often. Cave carries D space, so check if anything new came on that as well. Nice. Chris from Minnesota. Chris Waltz. Yeah, I text back and forth with Chris from time to time. Nice. Is he all right? Everything good in his world? I hope so. You know, he bit really, really hard into Veracaz because that's every time I hear Veracaz, I instantly think about him because he collected Veracaz, and then he built himself a custom air paint booth. Phenomenal work on it, and then did nothing with it, and then just stopped the hobby entirely. Heartbreaking. Sounds like he's doing well. That's good. Next time you see him or anything like that, just let him know. I say, if next time you text him, just let him know. Hey, Chris, thinking of you. Miss you, brother. Used to have a whole rack. I'll see if they still do. Yeah, awesome. Right now I'm kind of not in need, but I'd like to know if there is someplace I can go to pick some up. I'd like to pick up some AK paints. They're AK 3rd gen acrylics, and I know they do a lot of the gaming stuff there. But if they have any of the AK acrylics and the real color lacquers, I'd be very interested. Yeah, will do. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wasn't he on last week? No, Chris hasn't been doing anything for at least a couple years. He he literally completely pulled back. I think it was something to do with just the whole social media stuff and everything like that. He popped in maybe once after that when I was still on Instagram. They've got 2 racks of the 3rd gen. Oh, see, okay, that's great. Yeah, that's my go-to. So that's awesome. Thank you, Peter. Yeah. AK are my go-tos. That's good. D6. Debating whether to bring this model up with me and finish it up in Maine or just start something new or another thing that I've started that I haven't finished yet. Settle on 3rd gen paints myself. Yeah. They're good. Don't get me wrong. I'll go with Vallejo and Vallejo and AK 3rd gen for water-based acrylics. It's like they cover all the bases. Though I really do like the AK stuff. But their real colors are, are kind of like because of a lot of the military colors, a lot of the stuff that I like to paint, a lot of grays, greens, the military shit they've got in droves. Okay, yeah, Chris is a really nice guy. Yeah. We've had another Chris here. That's oh shit. Chris Bernique is the guy who pops in here, the guy from South Carolina. You want to go build that weekend anime? Where is weekend anime? I'm assuming it's up in Maine. And the answer is, do I want to go build? Given the little time that I actually spend with my wife, no. I don't think I can. I don't think my wife would like me. Hey, I know you came up to Maine, so we can spend time together because we don't see each other. And yeah, you're disappearing to go build. I don't think that's gonna fly. Last night had authentic chorizo, street tacos with the sangria. Really good. It took me back. Nice. Street tacos. Joe, where did you guys have this? Was this like a family night out? Love it. B11. For a model that doesn't have a lot of parts, they sure as hell have a lot of runners. A lot of runners. And a lot of like small runners like this. Like, what the fuck? Your Portland will be too busy to build anything to got a dumpster to fill. Yep. Yeah. My wife and she just moved to a new house there, where she's up at Maine in Bethel. So we're kind of helping put the whole house together again. So it's going to be a busy weekend that way. Shopping there is stressful. They have 50% more stuff than they have room for, and it's not well organized. Yeah, the models. The funny part is, Peter, I usually kind of gravitate towards the paint section and the models, and yeah, a lot of the model stuff, they have very little interest. It is kind of haphazard, I would agree. Their paint stuff, it just seems to be like, here's a section, another section. Yeah. But Peter, this is kind of like not atypical for most hobby shops. They seem to they don't have the wherewithal of how to design a store or layout in a way that it may make sense to them, but it's like, is this the best way to do things in terms of flow? And the answer is no, it's not. So just keep up there just in case. Oh, I'll have a model with me because I'll be live streaming and that type of thing. And if my wife and I take a break or we want to watch something together, I might work on a model or that kind of thing. But yeah, other than that, no. Let's see. Joe, you Portuguese? I is Date night-ish, we have a bunch of mom and pop taco places, but the one we went to was a neighborhood restaurant. It was good, Ken. Pasty white European mutt with the farmer's tan. Nice. I like the way you put that, Joe. The farmer's tan. All right, so we've now gotten the other half. And now, theoretically, I think we combine. Form feet and legs. Form arms and torso. And I'll form the head. So you're going to see all the ones I'm going to need to crack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big one right there. And a bunch back there. But mostly Polish. Oops, wrong side. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing a part here somewhere. Where the fuck does that go in? All of my friends are Portuguese. My hometown, Chicopee, has a large population. Peter, Benfica, or Sporting. If you got that much European, you might be Portuguese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's all of them. 12. Okay. I like that, Ray. True, Ray. Let's see. You wouldn't believe it here. This place is a mixed bag of nuts. We have restaurants themed from all around the world. Yeah. You know, living in a fairly populated place, it's amazing how much, how cosmopolitan they can be with their restaurants, which is fabulous. That's the way it should be. But I am Polish. My mom's side of the family is Portuguese. They're from Cambridge, Somerville, which used to be a big Portuguese area. Somerville. There we go. Hopefully that'll come apart easily later. Okay. And she stands. So I put her over here. Somerville. I haven't been to Somerville in a while. Might need to take an unnecessary trip there at some point. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to do that. Like a melting pot with good ethnic food any day. Yep, we have pizza, Italian, and Chinese, the three staples of rural America. Yeah, yeah. That is one of the hallmarks of where we are. We've got a fabulous Thai place nearby, fabulous Mexican place nearby, and then when we get downtown towards into Worcester, it's like, yeah, take your pick. From a good barbecue place, good, not the best I've had, but good barbecue place, really good barbecue place, through a tapas place, which is one of my favorite restaurants in town, through Shashu. Hey, Light. Good day to you. I had to Google that. I have no idea about soccer rivalry. Sorry. We have fast food India called Nihi's Thai restaurant. Thai, Japanese House of Umami, Mexican Fiesta, Antonio's Italian, Olga's Greek. Yeah, you got a lot. Yeah, there you go. So one place we don't have a good Greek place anymore. Not to say we actually did. Now, having said that, we've got an amazing Greek market. We got some good Indian en masse now. Yeah, we got a couple of good Indian restaurants here too. Can't be without an Indian restaurant nearby. So then New Mexico, we can get food within half-hour drive out there. Everything is at least an hour away. Oof. And I'm guessing Uber Eats doesn't deliver. Okay. Well, that'll definitely be gluing that together later. When you start putting a part like this is just one part that slides on top of these two parts. And of course, once you do that, causes this to just spread. So that'll be gluing and filling a little bit. Small stuff, but has to get done. We have Greektown in downtown Detroit. Yeah, nice. That's been the hardest thing, finding a good Greek restaurant. Really hard. Our parents live, it's 20-minute drive to get to the road. I guess if that's what you want, oof, thank you, but I'll pass. It's at how America, from the intention of fleeing oppression to becoming the oppressor of others. I hope all ethnicities and people are safe from harm here for their beliefs. Well, I couldn't agree with you more. And then you put it very interesting. Yeah, as people who fled oppression to now becoming oppressors. Yeah. We'll table that one for another time because I got a lot of thoughts on that. We got Greeks, but they all own Italian restaurants. I know. Anything House of Pizza, XXX House of Pizza, it's owned by Greeks. Japanese supermarket down the street from me just had to close. Kind of bummed about that. The Japanese supermarket. What was the supermarket, Peter? There used to be, God, I'm going back. There was a massive Japanese market in Davis Square. Must have been a cool supermarket. Yeah, I would say so. That's where I used to go regularly to pick up some Japan. This is again late 80s, early 90s, mostly, yeah, around that time. So I would go there and pick up all sorts of Hobby Japan books, Animage, all of that stuff. Way back in the day. I have driven by that building a bunch of times. Something tells me it has probably changed its culture significantly since then. Go to Burlington, are you? H Mart is freaking amazing. H Mart. They can't do that to our pledges. Only we can do that to our pledges. Exactly. Used to date a Greek lady. I really thought she was the living embodiment of Pandora. So many bad things around her. Really. Greeks having a negative view on life? Nah, find that hard to believe. Nah. It's kind of crazy, but okay. Greeks invented tragedy. Joe, they didn't invent it. They perfected it. And not just perfected it, but they are continuing to perfect it. I said a Greek girl until I married her, right? And let's be honest, you didn't just marry her, you married her family. Yeah. For anyone who's seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the first one, and it's like, is that even close to being true? Yeah. Yeah, that movie kind of hit it. It was good. They made fresh noodles. Oh, really? It was mostly pantry items otherwise. That sucks. Peter, it's gone. Any other place like that in the area that you're aware of, or is it just that's too bad? Surprised there's no Windex on your bench. Oh, there is. You just can't see it. They saved democracy. They did. Only to have it come here to the United States and watch it get destroyed by a bunch of Western Europeans. Go figure. See? Just going to say it. Eastern Europeans, right? Western Europeans just have a tendency just to destroy shit. Just going to call it the way it is. The whole family. Exactly. No, it's considered the best Japanese market outside. Wow, really? So, Peter, we can talk about this a little bit more offline, but I am kind of curious. It just the business evaporated. A little spritzer bottle for emergencies. Carry one in my wallet. The Windex thing I'd never heard of. Okay, to be honest, that I'd never heard of. But in terms of like most cultures, do they have something that is, like a remedy for something? Yeah. No, they at least went up. Really? That's a bummer. It was 100% truth. This should be called a documentary. I wouldn't go that far, but pretty damn close. It's all in his medicine cabinet, right? Exactly. Okay. I do like that I can just kind of have a mono wheel just kind of stand here. That is kind of groovy. Except I just lost a part. Because, of course, why wouldn't you? Because things here are a little fragile. And this will be fun to get in place. My Greek name is Leonidas. Yeah, you had to change your name, didn't you? Oh, fuck a duck. Leonidas. Come on. You know, I understand why they needed to assemble things this way, but it does make it difficult to finish something because you've got these basically these armatures that are just sticking out, and you know these handles of some sort. I don't know I don't know what the hell they are, but they're sticking out, but they're not glued into place. So you bump them in a certain way and they pop out. Now you got to get into the model to try to pop them in. Not an easy thing to do. Oh, that's interesting. I might have put those on different planes. Doesn't matter. Okay, if people carry the similar personality characteristics and beliefs to historical people and all interact with each other, I still don't think history repeats itself because the combo is not likely. You don't believe that history repeats itself? Oh, I think it does. I think our memories become so short. It kind of makes sense. You don't eat meat. It's okay. I make lamb. My go-to these days is a South Asian market in Malden. They have amazing banh mi sandwiches for like $7. Oh, that sounds good. We're forbidden from talking about food because I'm hungry. One H2, and something tells me H2 is going to be a little clear piece. Shocking. I'm right. Oh, did I change this myself? Diogenes. Yeah, that's coming with me later. I think history only repeats itself for the people who follow their ancestors precisely and or never control their inner selves. I think history only repeats itself for the people who follow their ancestors precisely and or never control their inner selves. The latter part I would agree with. It was the one who lived with dogs, right? I think so. I don't know enough about ancient Greek mythology to say yes or no. In Greek, my name would be Kourasmenos. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. I'm your brother. Great philosopher, though. It's the same sins. Your name in Greek is Malaka. Nice. Guten Morgen, mein Freund. Now we're getting into German. See, we're international here. Same sins in the newest way. Yep. Right. Hope that's not one. I hope not. That's one I'd prefer to be considered an outsider. Yeah, I'd real quickly on this one. Because we forget, we're forced to repeat. And then what we end up doing is and this is what the movement we're in right now. Again, we're not going to go too deeply on this today, Light, but we can certainly have this conversation on a Thursday evening. But generally speaking, people repeat stuff because they forget. And then what they do is they glorify a time that didn't exist. You know? I'm going to use an example, okay? Not a political one, but there's a massive following for people like Jane Austen. Oh, she lived in such a great time. No, she didn't. It's a pretty fucked time. There's no fighting on the Malacca Board of Trust. Nice. There's no fighting in the war room. There's no fighting in the war room. Charles, what's going on, brother? Good day to you. So there's always the penchant for Things used to be better back then. No, they weren't. And look, we do the same thing now. It's like, okay, almost full circle conversation. I saw Cyndi Lauper last night. Okay. I really liked seeing her. I think she's a phenomenal musician and everything like that. Um, there was a time when I didn't care for her. You know, things change. Things change. Our memories dictate how much we like somebody. When the song "Girls Just Want to Come Have Fun" comes on, how can you not like that song? I can't not like that song. It's a fabulous song. Why? Because it's part of my. What was I? I was a teenager. Spoiler: it always kind of sucked. Yep, not much, not much. Yeah, Charles. Before I forget, how are things going? How did things go with your first day of training? First week has been a slow one, but already got us to go track down a fugitive. Really? Jane Austen, the gorilla lady? Kind of like, only not. Jane Austen, the novelist. Like from Dr. Strangelove. The gorilla lady. Yeah, what? I know. 10 females for every male. Yeah. Yeah. That is exactly the world that we are creating. There we go. It's kind of groovy looking. It'll pop off in no time flat, but it's kind of groovy looking. Didn't Cindy have a pop lock group as well? A pop lock? I have no idea what's that. I'm not a girl. How can I possibly relate the existential crisis that is life? Oh, the tragedy! Been hiding for a year now. We think we know where he's at. So Tuesday, going to go kick in some doors. Well, hopefully with a warrant. Hopefully with a warrant. Okay. All right. A dance group. I'll take your word for it. I have no idea. Later, fellas. Time to go to work. Alrighty, Nick. Have a good one, brother. Enjoy your Friday. May work be peaceful for you. Technically, we don't need a warrant with bonds. They sign a contract. We can come. Oh, really? Okay, so that's interesting. Well, hopefully, you get the right house. Let's start with that one. And not the Canadian police. You're not gonna say I'm sorry before breaking anything. Yeah, exactly. Canadians. Someone truly hide in the city world. Person is not in a forest cave. I'm guessing. Always remember people might be innocent and just run with PTSD or something. So if you can treat people well, yeah. I think there is something to be said about just treating everybody with some level of respect where you can. They've been watching it for a while. Charles, you need a dog, the bounty hunter wig. God almighty, I hope not. All right, let's pop this piece on, and I think we're going to call it a session. There we go. Okay, unless it doesn't want to fit. Okay. I guess it only goes one way. All right. That's what we got so far. We got the schnozzle all taken care of. A lot of the cockpit, though the pedals are on different planes because I think I probably put one on the wrong way. Who the fuck cares? I can change that out later. Hell no. TGI MLOs. Do you work for Chico's bail bonds? I hear they sponsor a little league team. What's the scale on the monobike? It is, Peter, that's a great question. What scale is it? It is 1/20th, which means it works with nothing. Maybe you can do it with like a 1/16th tank and get close to it. Actually have my badge ordered too. Nice. That's all it takes, just ordering your badge. What can I order a badge and then go break into people's houses? My case stuff is usually 1/20th. Is it really? Is it 1/20th scale? No, I can't recall. Oh, that might be. And the other, what's the other one? Which would actually make sense because this is by Ko Yokoyama, so that would kind of make sense. What's the other stuff? The waves, because this is by wave. The Starship Trooper suits are also 1/20th scale if memory serves. All right, my friends, with that, I may or may not bring this model up with me and finish it. It looks like I've got a number of steps still, so I probably will. Yeah, I'll probably pack this thing up and bring it up to Maine. Probably work on it with some. I'll have something up in the back as well. No, you still have to be licensed. Ah, wow. Can I buy a license? How much does it cost to buy a license? Come on. I mean, people buy driver's licenses all the time. All right. Thanks for streaming. My pleasure, Light. Thanks for popping in. Great questions, by the way. Always good to have you engaged in the group. Ray, you need to follow him with a camera and the name of the show, you fuck. So you run with a sign, you fuck. Nice. Later, Light. All right, guys. Stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I do appreciate it. Good conversations, fun conversations. Anyway, go out there and do good. Show the world some love. It really is crazy. One of the pluses of last night's concert, Cyndi Lauper, she talked a lot about that, about a lot of love and respecting people and treating people with kindness. Go out there and do good. Just continue to brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Crazy world. A lot of negativity. It's up to us to change that direction. Do good. Enjoy the day. I'll be up in Maine the next 3 days. Today, Friday. I'm sorry, Saturday and Sunday. The next 2 days. And then I'll be back here at the bench on Monday. Anyway, do good, guys. Enjoy. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.